You were bold as a kid, loud, curious. You didn't care how you looked, what people thought, or whether you'd fail. So what happened? Why do you walk slower now? Why do you doubt yourself before speaking? Why does every decision feel like a test? The truth is, your confidence didn't disappear overnight. It was drained out of you, little by little, year after year. And if you don't understand why, you'll keep getting quieter while life keeps getting louder. Somewhere along the way, you started measuring yourself. Grades, followers, reactions, money, applause. You began to connect your worth to how people respond to you. Remember when you used to just do things? Then someone said, "That's weird," or "You're not that good." And something inside you froze. From that moment, confidence stopped being about you and started being about them. You stopped asking, "Do I like this?" and started asking, "Do they like me?" That's how the first crack appeared. The second reason you feel less confident every year is because you're living under a silent scoreboard. You compare yourself to people who don't even know you exist, scrolling through lives that seem more perfect, more stable, more beautiful. You look at them and then look at yourself and quietly conclude, "I'm behind." But you're not behind, you're just distracted. You've been trained to measure your life through highlights and filters. You see their best days and compare them to your worst moments. It's not a fair game, but you keep playing it anyway. And every time you lose that invisible competition, your confidence takes another hit. The third reason, you don't trust yourself anymore. You've broken too many promises to yourself. You said you'd wake up early. You said you'd start the project. You said you'd stop texting that person who drains your energy. But you didn't. And every time you let yourself down, you teach your mind one thing: I can't rely on myself. That's what really kills confidence. Not failure, not rejection, but the loss of self-trust. And then there's the fourth reason, maybe the hardest one to admit. You're too focused on not being embarrassed. You avoid trying new things because you might look stupid. You stay silent in groups because someone might disagree. You hold back your real opinions because you don't want to sound wrong. But confidence doesn't grow in comfort. It grows in embarrassment. It grows when you risk being judged and survive it. When you realize people's opinions don't actually break you, they just pass through you. Every confident person you admire has one thing in common. They've been laughed at before, and they're still standing. So if you've been hiding to avoid shame, maybe that's exactly why your confidence keeps fading. You weren't born insecure. You learned insecurity. You learned it when someone mocked your dream. You learned it when you were compared to someone else. You learned it when every mistake felt like proof that you weren't enough. But here's the good news. Anything learned can be unlearned. Confidence returns in quiet repetitions, in small acts of self-trust. Because confidence was never something you lost. It was something you stopped practicing. Confidence isn't shouting, "I'm the best." It's whispering, "I'll show up." And if you can't believe your own word, how can you believe in yourself?